So if you go to a witch doctor wants to tell you that, look, this thing requires some, serious, critical sacrifice. When he's saying that, it means that you have to go for human body parts. Some people, if they can't get somebody to kill, they will go to graves. The grave, where you cemetery. They go and dig up somebody and use the bone. For what? Sometimes they sell them. Because there's a demand, but the supply is limited. So some people have to go for it and do that. I'm not telling you what happened 10 years ago or 20. I'm telling you what's happening now. And I have photographs, I have pictures. Again, people believe strongly in the use of charms. They believe charms can protect them from harm, accidents, business failure. I can't define charms because charms can be anything. You go to a witch doctor, he wraps something for you, whatever it is, you take home. He said, go and hang this thing in your house. It's all well with you. Put this thing on your neck, you are protected. Put it on your waist, you are safe. Sometimes anti-bullet charms. Sometimes anti-accident charms. I was in a bus traveling, so it got late. It was around 7, 8. They used to rob along the highway, that very highway. So as we were getting closer to a point, we had gunshots. As soon as I had gunshots, the driver opened the dashboard, brought out something and did it like this. Yes. So that the gunshots will kill us and leave him. That was it. That person will go there, confront the robbers, they will shoot the person, the first bullet is down with the charm. That's the kind of thing we're seeing. So, they believe charms can enhance people's success in any venture, including soccer. If you notice some teams from Africa, they used to come with some witch doctors that used to do something like this, do some incantation and all that. It's not just psychological. There's some belief. It's just more than psychology. They just go and bury certain things around the field and all that and all that. Still, no African team has won the World Cup. And you ask yourself, why? Of course, in election. In Swaziland, they said that ritual killings are more during election, when there is election time, because people want to do some sacrifice to succeed. Examination, school exams. Now, one of my brothers, when we were growing up, he was given some money to register for an exam, but he did not. He registered for one. There are 2 examinations, final examination. So he registered for one, but he did not register for the second one. So my father was furious. What happened? He said that they contributed money and went to a witch doctor to get magic pen. Magic pen. So that immediately you get the question, you put the pen will start writing the answers. Maybe the pen was in the class and learned the lesson with you. pen now learns and knows the answer to the question. It doesn't write. It knows. It has no incapacity. So these are things people believe. And they put their money along those lines. Securing a job, finding a lover. There's something they sell in Nigeria, they call it touch and follow. You lack the courage to talk to a lady or something like that. You wear that thing and you go and touch the lady so the lady will follow you. They sell it and people buy it in this 21st century. Of course, securing a job or promotion in the office or getting a visa. People use charms and they still get denied at the end of the day. Now, these traditional beliefs, friends, have been reinforced by the teachings of Christianity and Islam. Yes, that's the problem we're having. The problem we have is that if we are trying to address this, we still have another one. The Bible said, the Quran said, and you don't question. So many of the traditional witch doctors in order to broaden their market are now marabouts, Muslim traditionalists or Muslim spiritualists, or they're all prophets. You get it? And they will carry the Bible. So many witch doctors now have, in order to broaden their market now, are prophets, and some of them are marabouts. You see, so we see the same thing. You know, they have changed their code, but not their character. Next, please. So, today, it is estimated that some 3,000 children die of malaria every day in Africa. 1 in every 30 seconds. Friends, do you know that some of these children die because many parents attribute their malaria to witchcraft? To demons? To principalities and powers? Oh, it is not ordinary malaria. Oh, my child was sick last week. You know, not well treated. Oh, it's sick this week. No, this thing is not ordinary. That's what they will tell you, it's extraordinary. It requires prayers. Even some doctors will tell you, Nigerian doctors will tell you that, you know, look, this thing is not ordinary. You need some prayers. So these children are not taken to hospital for treatment. Or they're taken to prayer houses where they are prayed for and allowed to die slowly. Or they're taken to hospitals only at the point of death. Do you know that some of the kids that malaria could not kill die eventually because they are branded witches and wizards by their family members and unscrupulous pastors, driven out of their homes, get trafficked or sold into slavery, traumatized or tortured in the name of exorcism? These are stages you have to go through as a child. Either nobody sends you to school, or they send you to a school as good as none. You are sick, nobody will take you to hospital on time, or they will take you to a prayer house and all that. So you see children, they grow up traumatized, disoriented. Do you know that in places like Nigeria, Uganda, Swaziland, many of these children end up being sacrificed or used for rituals, which most Africans believe are potent and effective ways of enhancing their fortune? And in places like Tanzania and Burundi, the children are worse off if they are albinos because of the superstitious belief that their skin can be used to produce magical potions that can bring good luck to the people. And if they are girls and survive female genital mutilation, they risk being infected with HIV and AIDS because of the erroneous belief that having sex with a virgin can cure one of this disease. These children could also die if they are from parents who have embraced the propaganda of anti-vaccination network. Yes, because there was a time this thing was a problem. Some Muslims cooked up something. I'm sure they got the information from here. That was what I was discussing with some of our skeptics friends that's in Sydney. They got the information from somewhere, not from Nigeria. They got information from abroad. And it's from the anti-vaccination network and propaganda machinery. They said that, the vaccination was kind of a weapon Western countries wanted to use to kill or eliminate all Muslims. I'm sure they must have gotten that information, then twisted it and gave it an Islamic coloration. Yes. And so people stopped the vaccination. And the rate of infection of meningitis went up. And who are the victims? Children. They're the ones. In most cases. So friends, in conclusion, next slide, please. If you take a critical mass of Africans embracing the scientific and critical outlook for us to achieve the desired change and progress in Africa. Yeah, that is it. And I cannot tell you today how long it will take a critical mass in Africa to realize this, for us to attain that critical mass. We are still at its early stages. We still have a few skeptic groups, critical thinking groups. So we are still at very, very early stages. But we need, for us to have that tip, for us to have that breakthrough, we need to get that critical mass to redirect the society. Definitely it will take some time, decades, possibly centuries. Because somebody was telling me, what was happening to Africa now happened centuries ago. I said, fine. Are we going to still wait for centuries to get these things, to stop this thing? I mean, Because sometimes some of Africans used to console themselves. They said, oh, what we're experiencing today, America experienced it 200, 400 years ago. We should now wait. At this stage of the internet, everything is a click. We now wait for 200 years. We will be there. I'm sure that if they follow that method, Africa will not exist because of the pace at which life is going. So that is it. So, well, it may take decades or centuries. I hope so. I hope it does not take us that length of time. So the skeptical course is one worth fighting for, from Africa and from outside Africa. Is one worth promoting in Africa, from Africa, and from outside Africa. And I should say, one worth dying for. Do you know why I say worth dying for? Let it not sound as if, one wants to die. Many people are dying due to lack of critical thinking, lack of rational outlook, lack of scientific thinking. Many women, many children are dying. Many are being killed. So it is better we take the risk. I was telling some friends here, I said, let's take this risk once and for all and see if we can achieve a change and set this continent on the proper direction. I believe that Africans have things to contribute to the world. But when we are burdened and laden with superstition and dogma, we cannot do that. So friends, the skeptical outlook presents us with a veritable framework, platform, urgently needed for my continent, Africa, to emerge, to grow, to develop, and to realize its potentials. Thank you.
If you have any questions, Leo, I'm sure will be happy to answer them. So speak up, will you?
Leo.
No, there's somebody at the back.
All right.
Okay.
Diane?
Leo, I'm aware throughout the world, including Australia, there are indigenous peoples. We have our Aborigines in Africa and perhaps Red Indians, or I'm not sure the proper term for North America. And they have their own cultures and beliefs, and the belief systems are essential for the culture. If, as you were talking, those cultures examine their beliefs and then discard them, does that mean that the whole culture falls apart? And ultimately the world has the same beliefs or the same pattern of questioning, but there is no longer any tradition or unique traditions and cultures and
Yeah.
that
Now-
sort of thing?
Now, I assume I understood you. Culture is dynamic. Yes, it grows. Even when we say we hold on to, for instance, they try to tell us, like now we have this case. Amin Alawal was, all of us know that adultery, the crime of adultery cannot be committed by one person. Now, under Sharia law, they convicted Amin Alawal. And the question is that, convicted of what? Adultery. Now, adultery with who? They are not interested in finding the father of the child in question. Now they want to sentence the mother to death. And they say, oh, that is Sharia law, that's the way it is. You see it? So, they said, okay, can they do DNA? The man, Amin Alawal, said, oh, this is the father of my child. Can you do DNA to confirm? They said, no, that Sharia does not allow DNA. Do you see it? Now, I just wanted to cite that as an example. Sharia doesn't allow DNA, but I used to tell them, I said, when you go on pilgrimages, traditionally you should go on horses. Why are you going by aircraft? Yes. Many of them have the latest cell phone. Muhammad never saw a cell phone. I'm sure if cell phone had run around Muhammad, he would just run and he would flee. So, what am I saying? You see them sometimes telling us, oh, we want to protect the culture and all that. I just cited that as an example.